Forgot it was 7:30. Alright. There's my game. There's my game. There's my stream. There's my chat. Oh, I totally did not... Hold on. Okay, good. My chat is working again. I said I was going to try and fix it because it wasn't working on Wednesday. And I said, oh, I'll look into it more, and then I didn't. But it magically fixed itself, so yay for that. I hate when I do that. When I'll be like, yeah, I'll try to fix it, and then I don't actually try to fix it. But to be fair, there probably wasn't much I could have done, since it seems to have not been on my end anyway. But I could have at least looked. Anyway, enough of that. Chat's working, game's working. Let's go. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Broken Sword 5, Mortality Monday. That's today. We're playing Broken Sword, the Broken Sword series, and we're on the 5th game. The last game. Well, the last game numerically. There's also 2.5, which still not sure if I'm going to play that one. I wasn't planning to, so I probably won't, but I don't know. We'll see. Right. So, what were we doing? Oh, yes, we're in Nico's apartment, and we discovered that, this dude here is he claims to be the real owner of the painting, La Malediccio. And he's proven it. He's proved it by, because he has this, I don't have it, but he has this medallion. Good evening, Bee Dragon.
Nico?
Yes?
Right, so I have a couple of leads. We also found out that Vera Security is owned by some Russian guy. Those crafty Russians.
I'm convinced that Annette knows more than she's letting on.
Of course. But she's probably just trying to protect herself. Ronnie said that Madovsky was dangerous.
Right, Annette being the receptionist at Vera Security.
The theft just doesn't add up.
We'll get to the bottom of it, George.
So, Waterloo Motors is a garage in London. That's a surprise.
Yes, I sent you their phone number.
Right, we should probably call them.
Senor Marquez. Yes? What's so special about the painting?
It's the only link I have to my family. I am lost without it.
Contains a hidden recipe for some divine quiche Lorraine. Yes. I mean, isn't that reason enough?
So the painting contains an Ouroboros, a Gnostic symbol.
It is a symbol of eternity, that is all.
Okay. Well... Let's try calling Waterloo Motors. Hey, Mr. Gel.
Waterloo Motors.
Hi,
How can I help you?
my name is George Stobart. I'm investigating a murder that was committed here in Paris.
What's that got to do with us?
The guy we're looking for was wearing a helmet with Waterloo Motors on it.
Oh yeah, it's a very popular helmet.
I don't suppose you know who might have bought one?
Well, not unless you've got any more information, mate.
The killer had a tattoo on his arm. It said, Headhunters.
Oh, I know that guy. Yeah, he bought one of our helmets just the other day.
Terrific. Do you know his name?
Nah. Brings his boss's Merc here to have it serviced. Word to That's all I know, mate. Sorry.
Oh, that's more than enough. You've been a great help. Thanks for your time.
See ya.
Cool. I got an achievement for that. The chat.
Bingo.
Good work. That has to be the guy.
Sorry.
And now we've got his address.
How about a trip to London?
I thought you'd never ask. Senor Marquez, will you be okay here?
The bed is uncomfortable. But it will do. Come back quickly. With the painting, eh?
No promises, but we'll try. The chat fixed itself. So,
London
yeah.
cabbies. Gotta love them.
This is the place. Here on the right. To afford a place like this in London, you've got to be good at something.
It just said what street it was registered on, not what the address was.
So, we clear on how we're going to do this?
Yeah, we're two insurance investigators, see? We finagle our way inside, butter Madovsky up, and then get the dirt on it, right?
What?
Fanoodle?
Fanoodle?
Yeah, finagle. You remember how to finagle, don't you, Nico?
George, how could I ever forget?
Good, because I suspect we're gonna need major league fanoodling in this one.
You got it.
George. What are you doing? At least he's not putting on a German accent. Fanoodling? Is that like a cross between finagling and canoodling? I'm gonna assume that's what it means. Oh, I'm Nico. Okay, great. Yes. I didn't realize I was playing as Nico now. Excuse me.
It was the intercom system for Madovsky's house. The gate lock was controlled remotely. George looked ready to fanoodle. It was a bush, but was it art? He had the typical features of an Englishman who liked beer and football.
Noko Killard. Fanoodler extraordinaire.
It was topiary in progress.
Dang. That's cool. Nice topiary.
Hey, George,
What's up?
seriously, how are we going to do this? According to Ronnie, Madovsky's the real deal.
Coming from Ronnie, that's quite a compliment.
If Madovsky's the killer,
We need to be careful, which suggests...
I use my Gallic charm.
Exactly.
I guess better her Gallic charm than George's whatever kind of charm he's got. Oh my god, yes, please. Yes, can George please be the one flirting with the guard for once? Please.
It's locked. No answer.
Oh, sorry.
Excuse me? Hello?
On your bike, darling. This is a private residence.
We're here to see Mr. Madovsky.
So?
On your bike. I guess that means on your way. Run along. I've never heard that phrase before. I like it.
We have important business with Mr. Madovsky.
And who the hell might you be?
I'm Nico Kalar, and this is my colleague, Georges Stober.
Don't give me your real names.
Well, isn't that cozy? Can you count, darling?
Yes, of course.
Well then, 1, I don't know you or laughing boy here from Adam. 2, you ain't got no business round here. And 3, I don't like French birds. Comprenez?
Well, that's rude.
Hi, Guess who?
What do you want?
I don't suppose you know Mr. Medovsky's driver, do you?
Maybe you didn't hear me the first time. Get lost.
Hi, guess who?
What do you want?
Do you work for Mr. Medovsky?
No, I'm standing here pruning his edges for a laugh. Course I blooming work for him. Look, will you stop asking all these blooming questions? Can't you see I'm busy?
One more time.
Hi.
What are you...
Nice bush.
Bush? This is so much more than just a bush.
Oh, I am sorry.
It's art, love. Or to be precise, topiary. And as everybody knows...
Topiary is a transition form.
That's right. A statement of man's dominance over nature. A metaphor for the human condition.
And yet,
It's not enough, is it?
not for the big questions.
Life, death.
Right and wrong.
Tell me about it.
You struggle, monsieur?
Day and night.
That is the human condition.
Can we ever escape it?
It is possible through meditation, contemplation.
What is this conversation?
I see.
It is our only salvation.
Well, you've given me food for thought, you have.
Anytime.
Much appreciated. At a difficult time.
You are welcome, monsieur.
Now will you let us in?
So, anyway, this is my latest piece. What do you think?
Well, step aside so I can see it.
It's a very nice eagle? A two-headed eagle.
Result. Get in there, my son. Yes, it's a Russian Imperial Eagle for the boss. You spotted it straight off. I owe you one, lady. You have got that rare quality. Real insight.
No, please. You have a rare talent.
So,
We have important business with Mr. Medovsky.
I need a good reason to bother the boss with this. He's a busy man.
I understand, but I think he'll want to speak with us.
What makes what you have to say so important?
La Maledictio, a painting that belongs to him, has been stolen. If he wants his insurance claim processed quickly, then he'll want to speak with us. I think he might be annoyed if he finds out you never even told him we came around, right?
Okay, okay. Hang on, I'll phone him now.
okay. I'll turn it up in a sec.
Yeah, Mr. Medovsky? French bird. Yeah. Yes, boss. Right, I will do. You've piqued the boss's interest. That isn't always a good thing. The gate should be open. I'll take you inside. Follow me, please.
Yeah, I don't want to, hang on. Once the cutscene's over, I'll mess with my audio levels.
Mr. Medovsky will be right with you, madame.
Well, we're in. Now what?
We'll make him think we're all set to pay out on the policy. See if we can get him to talk.
Welcome, welcome.
Good day, monsieur. My name is Nico Collard, and this is my assistant, Georges Tabar.
You are here to discuss La Maledictio, yes?
Correct.
I am surprised to see you. My agreement with the gallery specified that my ownership should be kept in the strictest confidence. It would appear that agreement has been broken.
A man has been killed, monsieur.
An agreement is an agreement.
Huh. Alright, one sec. Let me turn up my volume. It's quiet for me, too. Also turn on my headphones. Oops. What? Oops. What is happening here? Why can't I do this? Oh, there we go. Advanced audio properties. That's what I'm looking for. Do. Yeah. I'll turn everything up. Alright. I've turned everything up. Hopefully that's better. I think the game is just in general is fairly quiet, but I've turned that up as well, so hopefully that's better. Let me know if I need to adjust any further, up or down. Either way. The teddy bear or the brick approach. I feel like he might be the type who appreciates someone with a backbone. Maybe. Let's try the hard approach.
A life has been lost and a painting stolen, monsieur. We need to ask you a few questions.
Bravely put, Miss Collard. So be it. I will cooperate however I can.
That's nice of you.
Did you know Henri, the gallery owner?
Oh, purely on a professional basis. My restorer recommended his gallery to me.
Did you ever meet him personally?
No, only via email. I rarely fly. I'm carbon neutral, you know.
I doubt that.
Very conscientious, monsieur.
Well, the planet won't save itself.
How did you come into possession of La Malédiction?
I purchased it at auction.
We have reason to believe that the theft was an inside job.
Oh, that is terrible. The staff at the gallery were so pleasant to deal with, but such is human nature. I trust this won't delay the insurance claim.
I'm sure matters will be sorted out soon.
I like that George is just standing there saying nothing. He needs to do that more often.
Your restorer, how does he fit into all this?
Hobbs? He did a little cleaning work on La Malédiction, that's all.
Cleaning work, huh?
Do you have receipts for the painting?
Of course. I have already sent them to your office.
These things take time to process.
What is there to process? I own the painting, someone stole it, and your company provided me with insurance. I am the victim here.
A state you share with the deceased, monsieur.
Oh, Nico. You're so glib. Right? Yeah, George's big character development moment is learning when to keep his mouth shut.
What connection do you have to Vera Security?
I've never heard of it.
I don't believe you.
There is strong evidence that ties you to Vera Security.
Oh, you are beginning to sound like a policeman, madame.
We are merely doing our jobs, monsieur. We must leave no stone unturned.
I would leave this particular stone unturned if I were you.
I'd rattled him, but I didn't want to push too hard.
And no turn on stone.
Of course. We will check our information again.
I would do that. I think that is enough for now. When do you expect the claim to be paid out?
It will not be long, monsieur.
When exactly? Surely you can give me a date.
Monsieur Medovsky, I'm sure you...
Please excuse the interruption, sir.
What is it, Shears?
Hobbs is here.
Shears.
Tell him I'm busy.
He mentioned the portfolio, sir.
For pity's sake, can he not just follow simple instructions? Please excuse me for a moment.
The gardener's called Shears?
Yeah, probably not what his mother christened him.
I don't know, you'd be surprised.
What a creep.
Very clever creep at that. We got nothing on him, and he knows it.
He just brushed off the Vera connection. We need something else to get under his skin. I could use Marquez as leverage.
Yeah, it's just one man's word against another.
So what else can we do?
Let's take a look around. Maybe there's something here we can use against him.
Good idea, George. You search, I'll keep watch at the window.
He has made the classic mistake of letting two adventure game protagonists hang out unsupervised in a room in his house. He's doomed. The poor fool.
Nico had a determined expression. I loved it when she looked like that. Nico?
Shh. I'm eavesdropping, George.
Good girl. You keep at it.
Leather-bound classics. Bought by the yard, no doubt.
Yeah. You know, like, I can imagine a whole game about insurance fraud being surprisingly fun. I mean, like, along the lines of Phoenix Wright. Also, hell, I mean, my job is basically, like, that's basically what my job is. My job involves people potentially committing insurance fraud. And I find it weirdly satisfying. So I don't know. Who knows? Maybe a game about that kind of thing might pique some people's interests. Yeah, totally. Ace Attorney, but white collar crime. Phoenix Underwrite. Perfect.
Use the door to the hallway.
Yeah, I mean, like, law can be surprisingly interesting if you present it properly. It's just like, it's all, you know, like, in the real world, it's all couched in, you know, impenetrable language and just, like, convoluted nonsense. But, yeah, it can be weirdly fascinating.
An ancient but wonderfully ornate typewriter.
I mean, maybe just people like me who are, you know, into that kind of thing, but I don't know. Maybe if done properly, it could be fun. Could be a fun game. I mean,
should have guessed. Keyboard was Cyrillic.
Also, Papers, Please is like exactly that kind of game where it's like, here's this incredibly tedious job that somehow this dude made a game out of it, and it's brilliant. A programming language. That's probably a good approach to it, yeah. Fortunately, in my job, I don't actually have to read legalese, but, like, I do have to just be very, like, detail-oriented, which is what I'm like anyway. Like, that's kind of... It really serves me in good stead to just be really nitpicky.
I figured that had to be the space bar. ZX. I needed a keyboard for reference.
Oh, hey, conveniently, I have one. Right in front of me.
I didn't know the symbols. If I'd been able to remember the layout of a US keyboard, I might have been able to figure it out.
Oh, come on. Everybody knows the layout of a US keyboard. Everybody who spends, like, any amount of time in front of a computer And I'm sure George's job has him spending a lot of time in front of a computer. I'm sure he would be able to memorize a US keyboard layout. Although, I mean, for all we know, this might not even be a US keyboard layout. Anyway.
The inlaid box was studded with gems.
Ooh.
Magnificent.
Swipe. Ooh, fancy.
It was a beautifully inlaid cigarette box. The catch seemed to be broken. It was a beautifully inlaid cigarette box. The catch had snapped. The catch had snapped.
Yeah. Suspension of disbelief. Paperclip.
The paperclip just flexed and slipped off the catch.
Damn. Trevor, help me.
Nope. I needed to try something else.
Damn. Nail clippers?
Sadly, the catch would have been too thick to cut with nail clippers.
Kill your lungs in style, yes. I don't think anything I have.
Can you hear what they're saying?
Yes.
You should not have turned up here, Mr. Hobbs. I made it clear I would deliver the package later today.
I wanted to make sure it got to me all right. I've got a lot of work to do on it.
This is most inconvenient.
Medovsky's arguing with his visitor, Obbs, about the portfolio.
That portfolio is important, I'm sure of it.
Oh, look at that sad man. What else we got in here?
Medovsky in Libya. Happy days. What kind of guy hangs a picture of himself and Colonel Gaddafi on the wall?
The kind who will commit murder in order to steal their own painting.
It was a Russian privatization voucher. I wondered why Medovsky displayed it so proudly.
I'm still confused about, like, if he's committing insurance fraud, presumably for the money, why does he need money? He's clearly loaded.
It was an antique cabinet.
There's something else going on here, I'm sure of it. And we haven't figured out what it is yet. He's got a freaking Fabergé egg over there. Look at that.
Medovsky had left the cabinet open. On the shelf inside was a business card and a scribbled note. I picked up the business card. It read, Wilfred Hobbs, Fine Art Restoration. I made a note of the address. Then I put the card back where I'd found it. No point arousing Medovsky's suspicions.
Smart.
Somebody had been careless with their small change. See a penny, pick it up, then all day you'll have good luck.
Depends on where you pick it up from.
A Russian imperial egg.
Not a
It looked
Fabergé.
rather plain.
I'm getting Shadow Hearts flashbacks now. This is clearly one of Anastasia's weapons from Shadow Hearts 2.
I suspected the medals weren't from the Moscow Debating Society. Everything was in Cyrillic, except for a number. 1869. Everything was in... It was a thank you note from a British politician. Huh. Medovsky certainly had some dubious friends. It was a thank you...
Can I read it?
Huh.
I guess not.
The note read, L. Serp drawings for you to check. W.H. Now we're cooking with gas. I wondered if the painting could be in the portfolio that Medovsky had taken. It was Hobbs's business card. I'd already taken the address down. It seems our Medovsky has friends in low places.
So
It's like my boss said. The guy wants to be a player.
Maybe the painting's a forgery.
Locked. I could only hope that Medovsky hid the key somewhere in the room. Locked. I knew we should wait for Medovsky. Nico?
Shh. I'm eavesdropping, Josh.
Maybe there's something else in my inventory I can use to get this thing open. I didn't try every inventory item yet. Or like, can I pull the nails out of the table maybe?
The catch had snapped.
I'll use my phone.
I needed a better idea. The wood would have been too weak. That wasn't worth trying.
Oh, coin.
It was the old coin from Medovsky's library.
Yeah, I tried the matchstick. That
By extraordinary good fortune,
didn't do
the
it.
coin I'd picked up was the perfect shape to flip open the broken catch. Fancy that.
beautiful. Yeah, I always appreciate that. It's like, good thinking, but... oh, hey. Wow, look at that key. That's a rad key.
Romanovs. The same brand of cigarettes that were in the ashtray in Vera's security. An elaborate key in a small pouch. Keys are always useful.
I mean, close it when you're done. You said you didn't want to make him suspicious. Close it. Oops. I can't close it. That bothers me. Yeah, either they're expensive cigarettes or they're just cheap cigarettes in an expensive box.
It was the key I'd found in Medovsky's cigarette box.
Really? Huh. That makes
The study
sense.
door's open now. Hear anything else interesting?
Hang on.
Listen, Hobbs, just take the portfolio and do your work. You are nervous, and I don't like that.
Understood. I have got a few questions, though.
I do not like questions either. Hurry up.
I noticed a couple of people arriving. Who were they? They look like coppers.
They were from the insurance company.
Has the...
Hobbs is going to head off with the portfolio. Whatever's in there is important. We need to stay with it.
I got Hobbs' address from his card. When we're done here, we should check it out.
Okay, Josh, but hurry. Medovsky will be back soon.
I'm gonna check out the study.
On it.
Okay.
Wow, there must be millions of dollars worth of art on these walls.
There's probably, like, more commonly used phrases than we care to admit whose origins are just in, like, corporate, slogans or whatever, or advertising.
These paintings would have kept a critic enraptured for hours, but I didn't have time to dwell. The drawer was open. My heart skipped a beat. But inside, I saw only a candy bar wrapper.
Oh, not even a candy bar. Not even some cool Russian candies. That's kind of like it's a bit of a like I was gonna say obsession, but I don't know if that's the right word. But I love like junk food and like snack foods from other countries. It's just like I am always fascinated by them. Which reminds me, I meant to get one of
It
those
was an expensive chair.
subscription boxes, and I never did. I should actually do that. Desk, ashtray.
The ashtray was full of cigarette butts. Romanovs. The desk was magnificent. The desk was magnificent.
Oh. Okay. Got some ties to the typewriter, I guess.
The chair was fancy and probably more expensive than it looked. The chair was filthy habit.
Yeah, agreed.
Those two little holes were just waiting for me to put my fingers in them. I resisted the urge.
You're a strong man, George. Probably a stronger man than me.
Large Cyrillic letters were carved into panels on the side of the desk.
Okay, does anybody in chat actually speak Russian? And can you read this? Does it say anything? Is it just like a cipher, or does it actually say something in Russian? Sadly, despite being Russian on my mom's side, I do not speak it, and I cannot read it. Okay, so hold on. Let me go look back and look at that typewriter, because... What the hell? Oh, okay. Oh. I mean, to be fair, if I was a supervillain, or if I was a Russian oligarch, why not invest in an enormous supervillain-sized globe? Okay, let's take a look at this typewriter. Actually, wait, before... hang on.
I should have guessed. Keyboard was Cyrillic.
I should do this the other way around. Let me get out of here, get back in there. Here, we note down the things that I need, so let's go like that. And like an H-looking thing. And then that's an kind of an S-looking thing, and that's like an alpha-looking thing. And that's kind of a lambda-looking thing. If my Greek lettering is correct, which it might not be. I'm also very bad at reading Greek letters. And then cut the Z with a little thingy on the end. Okay. Oop. Ah! Shit. Sorry, I keep clicking out my window. Okay. For some reason, like, it doesn't let me go all the way down to the bottom corner of the screen here. So it's hard to click on that arrow. Okay, so... Oh, that's cool.
I should have guessed. Keyboard was Cyrillic.
Just took me right back to where the keyboard was. Okay, so... Assuming that this does actually correspond to, the US typewriter, or US keyboard rather. So that's functions. So these will be the number keys then. Okay, all right. So then QWERTYU. So that's a U. Wait, QWERTY. What? Wait. What are those then? Why are there two of those? Well, okay. Well, let's keep going. And if I made a mistake, I'm sure something will come up. Wait. What? Wait. I'm so confused. Okay, so Y. And then the S thing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then that alpha looking thing is a 1. 2, 3, 4. And then we're looking for a B? Oh, but it was like it didn't look like a B, it was like a pointy B. Which I'm not seeing on here. Oh, it's that. Duh. 2. Then that. Oh yeah, that's a 9 apparently. And then 5 and 7. Oh. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Oh, okay. These are all supposed to be numbers. This is not actually... Okay, so that's not a U and a Y, that's a 3. And an 8. Okay. I was misinterpreting what I was looking at. Ah, and then what was the number here? 1869, I think, is what it was.
Medovsky had left the...
Yeah, 1869. Okay. So, 1869. And then let's get in there. So it'll be that one. 1, 8, 6.
A secret
9.
drawer popped open.
Woo!
I knew that publication date would be significant. At last, I was going to discover Medovsky's secrets.
And then he came back before I could.
It certainly wasn't Medovsky's sock drawer.
Hey, Nico, come see this. I think we've struck gold.
Hang on, I'm coming.
Look, a letter from a guy called Gainan. His company, Wolfram, want to purchase La Maledizio. They're offering way over the asking price.
Anything connecting Medovsky to Vera?
Well, let's see.
Here we go. A lease for Vera's security.
Aha! Then we have the proof we need.
Hang on, what's this? Expenses for a Mr. Shears. Waterloo Motors, 1 helmet.
These are from Paris. Madame La Trex. Hotel Britannique. Pizza.
Nico, pizza. I think your friend Shears might just be Henri's killer.
Georges,
Oh,
what have
shit.
we got ourselves into?
You know, I kind of suspected as much.
I just heard the front door close. Medovsky's coming. Put everything back in order, quick!
Right.
Close and lock the door, close the cigarette case, put the key back in
He'll
there.
never suspect we just ransacked his house for evidence.
Sweet.
Georges, the coin!
Damn, no time.
You
Look cool, Nico.
could just be over there and be like, oh, I was just looking at
I'll
it.
handle this.
Put it back down. Nice attention to
I
detail.
apologize
Nico.
for the lengthy wait. As you can imagine, my time is at a premium.
That's fine, Mr. Medovsky. I think we're almost finished anyway.
And payment?
Very soon, monsieur. Very soon.
Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Yep. By opening his big mouth.
Nice collection of medals you have there, Mr. Medovsky.
I earned them serving my country.
Anywhere interesting?
Chechnya. Ever been there?
No, can't say I've had the pleasure.
Hmm.
Is that a first edition of War and Peace?
Of course. Printed in 1869. A great year for my country's literature. And Tolstoy is the master.
Is that a picture of you with Colonel Gaddafi?
A deeply wonderful man. He was a great fan of the Impressionists.
Well, he certainly left quite an impression on Libya.
Oof.
So, what brought you into the art business, Mr. Medovsky?
Oh, an eye for great artists, an appreciation of fine culture, and a love of what you Americans call the greenback.
Ah, so money.
You must be upset at the theft of La Malediccio.
Yes, and disappointed that someone would kill for such a minor piece.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
So this Hobbs guy, good friend of yours, is he?
No, we simply have a business arrangement. We've been through this already. Now please, if you're quite finished, I'm a busy man.
Thank you for your time, Monsieur Medovsky. We'll be in touch soon.
Well, no prizes for guessing where we go now.
Hobbs' place, right?
Got it in one. Medovsky's pretty shady, don't you think?
He bought our act, though. You make a pretty good insurance man, Georges.
Yeah, who'd have thought it?
By the time he realizes we're not assessing his claim, we'll have cracked the case and be toasting our success.
Here's hoping. Looks like rain.
Come on, let's get that cab. Taxi!
I think we just stepped off the London tourist trail.
I guess this Hobbs character doesn't like visitors.
Not the kind of place you'd expect to find a restorer of old masters.
Wow, yeah.
Unless you didn't want to attract attention.
He's attracted ours. Let's see what Mr. Hobbs knows about La Malediccio.
And let's try and get a look inside that portfolio.
Yeah, dude lives in a junkyard, apparently. Let's save. Seems like a good time for it. Oh, okay. I guess I... How far am I through? Just out of curiosity. 25%, wow. We're only a quarter of the way through the game. And this is my, what, third? Yeah, third session streaming it, I think.
The chain was wrapped around the gate and secured with a tough-looking padlock. I wouldn't have been able to break the chain. Or the padlock.
Get Ben Throttle out here. He'll have that chain off that fence and wrapped around his fist and in two shakes of a polecat's tail.
Piles of junk, mostly boxes of old paints and scraps of picture frames. Mixed in were wires, cardboard, and some dubious-looking old clothes.
Oh, good question. What? Yes, phone?
George Stobart.
Ah, Monsieur Stobart. I trust you have obeyed my instructions not to leave Paris.
Of course, Inspector.
Good. You clearly know which side your cookie is buttered. Now, I require your presence tomorrow at the murder scene for a reconstruction.
I see.
12 o'clock sharp, monsieur. Or, as you would say, high noon.
It's high noon.
Sure.
Oh, was it?
Any failure to comply, and I shall have you extraordinarily rendered. Have a nice day now.
What?
And you.
Extraordinarily rendered?
That was Nave. We're required back at the gallery tomorrow for a crime scene reconstruction.
Let me guess. Non-attendance is a criminal offense?
You got it.
Oh, I bet I'm going to have to remember exactly what state the body was in. And that makes me glad that I didn't mess with it. Like well, I did mess with it, but I put everything back the way it was. So, his glasses were off, or they're crooked. His toupee was also partly off, and his eyes were open. Those were the 3 details that I could have screwed around with. So I'm guessing that's what I'm going to have to remember. Yeah.
The large dumpster was full of garbage.
Human candles. God, I should play that game, Waxworks. It's basically like it's a dungeon crawler with some pretty good deaths from what I've seen screenshots wise. That'd probably be a fun stream game. If I ever managed to get my hands on that. I'm sure I could, somewhere.
The van's window looked like it hadn't been washed for years. The door was locked. Looking through the window, I could see that there was nothing in the van. Hobbs must have taken the portfolio inside.
Talking about candles maybe is what made me think of that.
The van was held together with rust and dirt.
Human candles. Oh. Wow. This van is chewed up.
It was a half-empty bottle of whiskey. Or half full, depending on your attitude to life.
Oh, where's Archie when you need him?
Slosha.
Very classy, George, using the Irish Gaelic phrase, toast.
It was the horn. The handbrake looked ineffective, like all the other safety features. I decided to leave the handbrake alone. Not a sound.
Oh,
The horn wasn't working.
that's unfortunate.
Like the rest of the van, the ignition was covered with rust and dirt.
Yankee candles now with real Yankee. Ugh, disturbing.
It was the lever to open the hood.
Ooh.
I'd need the keys to start the engine. I had no reason nor any desire to steal Hobbs's van.
What a fucking beater for this thing.
I popped open the van's hood.
Don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm sure there's a reason.
It was the van hood. It had certainly seen a few bumps. The engine was held together by rust and dirt.
Oh, God.
Everything was covered in a sticky film of dirty black oil.
Gross.
Half the wiring wasn't connected to anything. It was clear why the horn hadn't made a noise. Neither hornpipe was connected to either the battery or the cab.
Oh boy, I don't know a damn thing about cars. Ugh.
A bundle of wires came into the engine bay from the dashboard. Many of the wires seemed to lead nowhere.
Descriptions you can smell. Exactly.
It was the van's engine. I didn't really have any reason to sabotage it.
I don't know what the significance of this van is. I'm just messing with stuff. I I don't actually know why I'm doing any of this. I'm just looking around.
It was one of 2 horns in the van. It didn't
Still
seem to be
battery.
connected to anything else under the hood. 2 wires hung loose from it.
I'm probably going to need to... I don't know why, but I'm probably going to need to fix the horn. Like, I probably need to get the horn to sound for some reason.
A bundle of short, severed wires was connected to the battery.
Maybe to get someone's attention.
None of the wires were connected to anything.
Oh, I don't have that wire anymore, do I? I used that for something. I forget what.
It was the van battery. I needed to hook this up to the horn.
Oh,
somehow.
for the security door at Vera Security, ironically enough.
It was the van battery. It was one of 2 horns in the van. It didn't seem to be connected to anything else under the hood. 2 wires hung loose from it.
I don't seem to be able to interact with anything just yet, so I'm probably going to need to look around a bit more and figure out why I'm looking in this van's engine before I can actually do anything in it. Which is fair. I much prefer to know why I'm doing a puzzle before I actually do the puzzle.
The drain pipe was more rust than iron. Climbing drain pipes was something I preferred to avoid, unless I had a great reason to do so.
We've done that a couple times in the Broken Sword games, as I recall. Climbing drain pipes, that is.
There was a light on up above, and I could hear music playing. Someone had to be home.
Bile beans? What?
It was a thick metal security door.
Coward, right?
Hobbs clearly took his security seriously.
Come on, shimmy up that drain pipe. What's the worst that could happen? Break your neck? Ah. Details.
The mailbox read, W. Hobbs, Fine Art Restoration. There was a piece of paper sticking out of the mail slot.
Ooh, gimme. Stealing mail. That's totally not a felony or anything.
For a second, I debated the morality of mail snooping. It was a short debate, and I won.
Or, I don't know if it's a felony, but it's illegal, I know that. Although I don't know if it's illegal in England. I'm going to guess it is.
I decided to open the letter. Dear Mr. Hobbs, due to previous incidents, we are writing to inform you that we will no longer be sending models to your address. It went on to discuss Hobbs's temper and other alleged infractions, some of which still carry the death sentence in certain less sophisticated cultures. Interesting.
Models?
This could come in useful.
What kind of models are we talking about? Modeling agency. Huh. So, like, art models, like human, like people. Model people. Okay, that's unpleasant, but... Let's continue.
I don't think Hobbs can hear us. Nico?
What's up?
The lights are on, but nobody's answering.
Maybe they can't hear you knocking. We could try some other way of attracting their attention.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking initially, like train models or something. There's a bird up there. Hello, bird. Yeah, so this is why I need to hook up the horn, I guess.
The door was locked. Looking through the window,
Wait.
I could see that there was nothing in the van.
He mentioned there were wires in the junk.
I had found just what I needed.
Hurry up and get in there.
2 lengths of wire.
Working on it. Working on it. Excellent. We have some wire. That will help.
The engine bay was a mess.
Ooh, okay. This is gonna be a good part, huh? Alright, well, let's start with this. And then I guess...
I connected the wires from the cab to the horn.
Okay, I'm gonna assume that's good enough. And then let's honk the horn.
The horn wasn't working.
What? Why not? Wait.
There was already a wire connected to that terminal. Nope, I needed to try something else. A loose wire hung from the horn. If I had some spare cable, I could connect it to the other horn.
Okay.
A bundle of wires came into the engine bay from the dashboard. A bundle of short, severed wires was connected to the battery. I used the wire to join the battery to the horn.
Is that it? Go out.
The horn wasn't working.
I don't know a damn thing about cars or how they work. I don't know how this game expects me
I decided
to like figure this out. Aside from just like randomly trying different things and hoping something will work. Can I? No. Wait. Monkey dance.
I connected the wires from the cab to the horn.
Yeah, like why doesn't...
I needed a better idea.
Can
That was almost a great idea. Almost.
I... yeah.
That was... A bundle of wires.
George Eon Dead Popcorn.
That wouldn't... It was the van battery. A bundle of short, severed wires was connected to the battery. That was...
I don't understand why attaching it to the van cab doesn't work.
I connected the wires from the cab to the horn. That there was already a wire connected to that terminal.
Is there like another wire that I need?
A loose wire hung from the right-hand horn.
Hey, over solo. Or do I need to do this?
The wire just reached across. It'd be crazy to cut it
That's
now.
probably what I need to do. I need to use I need to cut them.
I hope this wouldn't cut short my plan.
Okay. That's why.
I connected the wires from the cab to the horn.
Okay, alright. That's why.
The wire was just long enough. Everything was wired up.
Okay.
The horn had power.
That's what I was missing. I had to mess with the wires a little bit before I could get that working. There we go.
I figured that should get Hobbs' attention.
Hey, I fixed your car. Well, I fixed your horn.
All right, hold your blooming horses. What are you up to with my van?
Hello there. We fixed your horn.
So I hear. Now, what are you doing in my yard?
Mr. Hobbs, do you mind if we ask you a few questions?
Yes.
Yes, you will answer a few questions?
Yes, I mind.
Yes, I do mind. Clear?
Not really.
Good. Now get lost.
Hey, I wasn't done.
Well, that could have gone better.
He's not exactly the friendliest of characters.
Honk. What am I, the Untitled Goose Game goose?
I decided to give it another blast.
Yeah. I'm not
For
surprised.
crying out loud, will you leave my van alone?
Sorry, just need a quick word, Mr. Hobbs.
Yeah, I wonder how that, like, it seems to me that, like, no matter what, cutting a wire on a bomb that's on an active bomb is always going to be a bad idea. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea how that got started. That'd be an interesting story.
Hello there. We'd like to discuss some restoration work with you.
Then make an appointment. I'm busy.
Damn it.
This Hobbs guy doesn't exactly like visitors.
There must be some angle we can use to talk our way inside.
Probably gonna have to be the modeling agency letter. Because you're just gonna keep brushing us off otherwise.
I decided to...
You two again? What is it this time?
Sorry to bother you again, Mr. Hobbs, but
Oh.
this is crazy. We need to get in there and take a look around.
We need a good cover story.
Yeah, that is true. From what I remember of chemistry class in high school,
I decided to give it another blast.
not a lot of colorful liquid going on.
What now?
Alright. Let's stop messing around.
Afternoon, Mr. Hobbs. We're from the model agency.
About blooming time. I'm on a deadline. You better come up.
Hell yeah. I hope that's paint on the walls.
About time you two showed up.
Hello, Mr. Hobbs. I was just wondering if...
Can it, Goldilocks? I don't have time for chit-chat. Just get undressed behind that screen.
Hell yeah.
Undressed?
That was the deal. An extra 20 quid because I need you with your kit off.
The studio was freezing.
And as for you, darling, no need to get undressed. I've got a vivid imagination, so I'll just use that. Either way, just go sit over there on that rug and give me your best belly-pock floozy.
Weird that he would actually tell her not to get undressed. Knowing... She just like, okay.
That's perfect. Just hold it there.
Nico made for a good distraction. I just needed to figure out how to get a look inside that portfolio.
I remember seeing a thing, I forget what it was exactly, like some kind of video, I think it was like years ago, back when I was still in school, of like various demonstrations of like things done with dry ice. Not dry ice, I mean liquid nitrogen. And like I remember one of the things was like you dip a banana in liquid nitrogen, and then you could use it to hammer a nail into a board. And then there was another one, like I think it was like a rose dipped in liquid nitrogen, and then it like I guess someone like hit it with a hammer or something, and it shattered in this like most incredibly gorgeous way. It was really cool. I wonder if I could find that video again. I wonder if it's on YouTube anywhere. Hey, Snow Crane. Duct tape without sword. Yeah, I mean, it'll just hold it together for a few minutes. All right, well.
The fuse box was emitting a sinister buzzing sound. It should have been condemned years ago. A well-worn stool sat in the corner. It was a solid warehouse door. The thermostat looked older than the building itself. Stairs led to the upstairs balcony. Up on the balcony was a heavy door.
Oh, cool. Dude, dry ice igloos.
It was the elevator control panel.
That's gotta be awesome.
An old record player and amp. The only thing in the room not covered in paint. Hobbs was the very picture of the booze-soaked artist.
Ooh. Molten lead. Dangerous, I'm sure. And dry ice is dangerous too.
A variety of liquor bottles, all empty.
Gotta have your gloves on for handling that stuff.
It was a full glass of whiskey. It was the same folder that Madovsky had taken from his cupboard. It was the only lead to the painting we had. I needed to look inside. But Hobbs was watching it like a hawk. Hobbs had loosely sketched a young couple and an elderly lady sitting next to an overturned picnic basket. The three characters were naked. Behind them, two men in suits were chatting. A gaudy pink negligee. Huh. It didn't seem like Hobbs's style.
Uh-oh.
It was a shaky old elevator that would once have lifted goods between the floors. Nico played the part of Hobbs's muse perfectly. I have to admit I felt a twinge of jealousy. A screen partitioned a corner of the room.
Well, let's start poking things.
Hi, what do you think you're doing?
Oh, sorry. I was just going to take a look at some of your pictures. You're very good.
I know, and that portfolio is private. I'm not paying you to gawp around my studio. Get your blooming clothes off.
Sorry.
Naked George, Naked George.
A variety of liquor.
Oops.
Hey, I'm still drinking that.
Can I refill your drink, perhaps?
I didn't need to sit. it was time for action. I wasn't going to mess around with that wiring.
Hi there, Thanos of Titan. Cool name.
Hey! Leave that dial alone. The heating gobbles up all the power and the circuits can't take it.
Sorry.
Probably important
I
information
turned
right
the
there.
thermostat down again.
Oh, you! Get down from there, it's private.
Oh, sorry. Wow, an old Bofson Wang stereo. I hadn't seen one of those for years.
Bolfson Wang? That's got to be like a takeoff on some other name that actually exists.
Burroughs Dick Rand. Hobbes liked his literature heavy and paranoid. Hobbes seemed to have a thing for 70s psychedelic jams.
Professional adult child. I mean, him and every other adventure game protagonist, for the most part.
The record had stopped. It was Jasmine Breeze by the Hairy Lobsters.
Oh, we've heard of them before.
It was the power switch for the stereo. It was the volume control for the stereo. The stereo was switched off. Adjusting the volume wasn't going to make any difference.
Sure it does. If you turn the volume way up and then turn it on, then you blast music real loud and it's hilarious. Or, terrifying. Click.
I turned the volume up a few notches. I turned the volume down again. I turned the volume up a few notches.
Funky. Well, this money's gotta come from somewhere, I'm sure.
I didn't want to play around with the negligee. Those days are long gone. But I wondered who it did belong to.
Hey, Nico, got any ideas?
We need to take a look inside that folder.
Oi, you two. Less of the gabbing. I've got work to do.
Is it naked time? I think it's naked time.
My, if it isn't George Stobart.
Ooh!
Lady Piermont.
Yes!
Oh, my. You're...
Naked? Of course. As an artist's muse, one often finds oneself on the lotus. Now, George, don't be shy. Come here and give me a big hug.
Yes!
That day was the day the nightmares had begun. Trapped, smothered, choking on lavender.
George, darling, pass me my robe. It's terribly cold in here.
Yay! Oh.
Oi, what are you doing with a blooming robe on? God help me, but you're supposed to be naked. I've got a deadline to meet.
Well, you won't be meeting any deadlines with manners like that. And besides, it's freezing in here.
Lady Piermont and I had met before. She was larger than life in every way.
Yay! Oh, hooray for Lady Piermont.
It was Lady Piermont. We'd met before. Lady Piermont.
Oh, George, be a darling and sort the heating out in here.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay, well, he just polished off his whiskey, it looks like. And then also... What the heck? Identity? That's a weird reason to auto-mod a bunch of emotes, but okay. Oh, okay. That's cute. Dragons listening to music, I love it. Alright, so he's gonna get pissed off because I'm messing with the thermostat, but, oh, but now that the music's on,
Hey! I've told you, don't mess with that thermostat.
he might not hear me.
Sorry, but Lady Piermont is cold. I thought...
Look, Al, I know it's brass monkeys in here, but the wiring in this building is ancient, and the fuse box won't take it. Her Majesty will just have to get used to chapel hat pegs.
Chapel
Lady
hat
Piermont, Mr.
pegs?
Hobbs won't let me turn up the heater.
Well, we'll soon see about that.
What does that mean?
Oh,
Oh,
crumbs.
oh, here she comes.
If you do not adjust the heating, I shall refuse to cooperate.
Lady Piermont, it's the circuits. They won't take the strain. You know what old buildings are like.
In which case, I see no reason for this session to continue.
Whoa, Lady Piermont, let's not be too hasty. I'm sure I can accommodate your needs.
Good. Perhaps you can start by letting George here turn up the heating.
Oh, go ahead then, but be careful. The power in here is temperamental.
Oh, it's a half-empty bottle.
I turned the thermostat up as far as I could go. I wondered if the suspicious wiring could be used to my advantage.
Okay. He's out of whiskey. Here, let's refill his bottle there. Actually, here, let's just get straight to him.
How about a top-up, Mr. Hobbs?
Not bad if I do.
Get him good and toasted. Yeah, that's for sure. Let's see. Can I walk up here now that the music's playing? I do remember Killer Thanos. It has been a long time, hasn't it? Welcome back.
It was locked. I wondered what was behind the door.
Long time no see. Oh, here's a kitty.
Oh, you. Get down from there. You'll trip the power in the whole building if you're not careful.
Blowing the power would certainly have distracted Hobbs. But the elevator alone wasn't going to trip the whole system.
Hi. Hi, friend. Can I come up here? Yes, he does. Really? Oh, poor baby. What are you doing? What are you doing outside? It's cold out there. I must, of course, now that I have a cat on my lap, I have to see if I can show him to you, if he will stop moving. Kitty. Look. Yeah. There's our kitty boy. March is in. That's his Smash Brothers introduction. Yeah. Wait for Cat to settle. Stomping on my lap. Yeah, we call him March because of his habit of marching in place, which he is doing right now. Stomp. He's a very aggressive leader. He likes to need things. Technically, we haven't officially adopted him yet, but close enough. He basically spends all day in our house. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay, he's on my arm. Cat-induced hard mode. Yep, he has pretty much adopted us. And we feed him and everything, so yeah, he's more or less our cat now. Discount Rolling Stones, it does, yeah. Hey. Yeah. What's that song? And then there's Maud. That's the song I'm thinking of. Reminds me of that. Kind of sounds like that. Okay, so thermostat is on, I guess.
A word, if I may, Lady Piermont.
For you, George, I'm all ears. How can I help?
All ears and all other body parts.
How did you come to be working with Mr. Hobbs?
Wheresoever a Bohemian needs a helping hand, George, mine is always at the ready. And what better way to help than to expose one's flesh to the sensuous brushstrokes of such a talent?
Oh, Lady Piermont, never change.
Do you know anything about a stolen painting called La Malediccio?
Oh, is this another of your adventures, George? How delicious.
I like that she remembers me
My
after
heart's a tremor, George. Do you think Wilf is mixed up with this?
after 4 games.
Maybe, but I need you to act normally until we're sure.
Mum's the word, Georgie.
Right? Me too. I want to be that level of, like, terrifyingly thirsty old woman.
Can you keep a secret, Lady Piermont?
I am the very soul of discretion, as you know.
You see that portfolio by Hobbs' table? We need to take a peek inside.
Be still, my beating heart. Just give me the nod and I'm putty in your hands.
And she's like, she's the perfect level of, like she can get anything done. Like, anything that you need done, she will do it. She gets results. That is also the kind of person I aspire to be. Gets results.
So what have you been up to since our last encounter, Lady Piermont?
Charity work, dear boy.
Oh, any particular kind?
Young men, George. So many have lost their way. I try to guide them best I can.
The cougariest of all cougars.
Lady Piermont, we need your help.
Queen Cougar.
How thrilling! What do you need? Subterfuge? Pleasure domain?
Actually, I just need you to step on that lift behind you.
Oh, but of course. Is this good, George darling?
Perfect. Now, just stay right there. Lady Piermont was poised on the elevator
Wait,
platform.
I still want to talk to her. I wanted to present all my inventory items to her, but I guess this is what I have to do now. Yeah,
Oh, not again.
there it goes. Oh.
There we go. Now, back to work.
Explode the fuse box. Yes.
This is going to be one of those days.
Drink
A
yourself.
straw had broken the camel's back. Hobbs was very drunk.
Yes, perfect. Drink yourself into a stupor. She's just gonna. Can I don't want to strand her there. No. Careful, buddy. Don't fall off that stool and break your neck. Oh, poor guy.
Lady Piermont was a good sport to ride that rickety old elevator for me.
Yeah, he does. Oh, okay, so there's probably, like... Okay, So I think that time when he was standing on the stool and like wobbling back and forth and trying to get his balance back, that was when I had to go get the portfolio. Alright. So let's do this again. Sorry, Lady Piermont. I hate to have to keep, popping you up and down like that. Okay.
Now was my chance.
Nice. Oh, hey! That's a familiar looking birthmark.
It was one of Hobbs' sketches.
He's pretty good.
More of Hobbs' sketches. The model looked familiar.
Yeah, that's definitely Bijou.
Impressionist sketches. Well, it wasn't La Malediccio, but it did appear to be a study for an element of the painting, the Ouroboros. There was something different about the image in the center. It was the Ouroboros from La Malediccio. But what was in the middle?
Hi, baby.
A face with some sort of symbol on the forehead. Strange. I was sure the painting in the gallery had a tree, not a face. I figured the sketch might come in handy, so I took it.
Yoink. Art theft.
What the heck are you doing with those? They're private papers. Huh?
Well, that was fun. Just like when you were a private dick, George.
So, you're not models?
No, Mr. Hobbs.
Well, you can't be a copper. You're not stupid enough. So what the blazes are you doing in my studio?
We're investigating the theft of a painting, La Malediccio, by the Spanish artist El Serp. One of these sketches is a study of that painting.
Well, sure. But what's that got to do with that? I'm a restorer, and I restored it. I've got naught to do with what happened after that painting left this studio.
Art bandit.
How was I to know it was going to get Henri killed?
Oh. How did you know about
Hang on
Henri?
a second. How do you know Henri's dead?
Look, he and I went back a long way. Le Lézard Bleu was on the ropes, so I got the painting into his exhibition. Nothing like this was supposed to happen.
Let's be nice to him. Yeah.
We're not accusing you of anything, Mr. Hobbs. We just want to get to the bottom of this.
I get that, and I'll help you however I can. But this mess is way above my pay grade.
He wouldn't want to see it. I didn't think he'd be interested.
Please let Lady Piermont down.
He probably wouldn't care. I knew he wouldn't be interested. He wouldn't want to see it. I didn't think he'd be interested.
Oh, I want to introduce Trevor to everybody.
I knew he wouldn't be interested. He probably wouldn't care. I was sure. I'd just taken the sketch from Hobbs's portfolio. Now wasn't the time to hand it back. How come you needed to make so many sketches of the painting to restore it?
Restoration's not about throwing a load of paint around. It takes research. The Serp is a complicated painting. A lot of subtext. A lot of symbols.
He's probably right.
Why would anyone want to steal La Malediccio? It's not exactly a famous painting.
True, but there is something special about it that's hard to
He
describe.
feels like sorted through his inventory.
There's conviction in every brushstroke. Whoever El Serp was, he had a tale to tell. The symbolism is deeply religious.
Yeah, just like looking through his whole, like, through his pockets, like, no, he wouldn't want to see that. No, he's not interested. I'm right here, you know.
We have reason to believe that Madovsky is mixed up in the theft of La Malediccio.
Eh? What would he gain from stealing his own painting?
That's...
We have strong evidence that Medovsky is not the real owner.
You'll have a hard time proving that. Medovsky has a full set of provenances for the painting. It traces its legitimate ownership all the way back to the painter.
And why didn't Medovsky mention him?
Because they're not with him. Henri's got them. Or had them.
And Henri is dead.
So ask his partner.
Lane?
Lane, yeah, Lane. Look, pal, you're wasting your time looking for conspiracies here. And you're wasting my time if you're not actually going to get naked. Go get the provenance from Lane, and everything will turn out hunky-dory.
But it also puts Marquez's story into question.
Not my problem, darling. Now both of you, get lost. I've got a painting to finish.
And we have a critic to interrogate.
Wait, I wasn't done. I wanted to ask you the symbolism.
Someone's lying, but who?
Is it the gangster or the old Spaniard?
The painter or the art critic?
I need to head back for Nave's reconstruction.
What about the evidence from Medovsky's house? Will you give it to Nave?
I think I should. And I can put the squeeze on Lane. Ask him about the provenance.
Good. I've got lunch with Ronnie tomorrow. This story is hotting up, and I want to make sure he keeps me on it.
Hotting up?
Taxi?
Some bloke in the pub told me, yeah. Oh boy, alright. I'm gonna go talk to Bijou. Also, I'll save my game.
The door was locked.
Oh, right, intercom.
Bijou? This is George Stobart from the insurance company.
Pass you in.
Fortunately, Lane wasn't there. I wondered if Bijou could tell me anything new.
George, good to see you.
Yeah, I think it's the same song. That's why it sounded familiar.
The stereo was playing the same tune over and over again.
Hello again, Josh. You neglected me yesterday, you naughty boy.
I was in London.
Oh, how exciting. I love London. Tell me all about it.
Maybe another time. I have some questions I need to ask you first.
Is it just me, or does she look like Princess Peach in this painting? It's the hair. It looks like she has Princess Peach's hairstyle.
Hey, this might cheer you up. Say hello to Trevor.
A cockroach?
I prefer the word pal.
And I prefer the word pest. Please never show it to me again.
She probably wouldn't care. I didn't think Bijou would be interested. She wouldn't want to see it. I figured Bijou had had enough to drink already. Bijou wouldn't want to see it. What's the song called?
Jasmine by the Airy Lobsters. Before your time, I'm sure. It's a band that Henri fronted in the 70s.
Oh.
They got to number 2 in the Swedish charts.
Jasmine Breeze
Big
or
time,
something? Oh, so Andre was actually in the band.
You said you didn't recall who painted that picture.
You know how it is. So many artists.
Jesus Christ, they're expensive. Yep.
Wasn't it Wilfred Hobbs who painted this one?
Might have been. I don't recall him. Do you mind if we talk about something else?
What? What are you doing? He gave me this look. Like, that look that like accusatory look that cats give you sometimes for like no reason. I'm just sitting here petting you. I don't know what you want. He's like, pet me more. More pets.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the painting?
Not really. I was young and beautiful.
Do you know the owner of La Malediccio, a Mr. Medovsky?
I had nothing to do with all that I told you.
I'm guessing you've had a few drinks since hearing the news.
Oh, just a little dry sherry to calm the nerves, to make the nightmare go away.
Aw.
Did you say you had nothing to do with the gallery?
I did, darling. I don't do paperwork. I model for the artists. I don't sell their paintings.
I'm sure his killer will be found.
It's a cruel world that takes my Henri away from me.
So, the painting.
I'd rather not talk about it anymore.
Okay. Probably gonna need something a little bit more than this to
Bye then.
to get to her.
Au revoir, Georges.
That's weird. I guess our actual move should be to go bother Lane. Do I have to? He'll probably be here, or somewhere thereabouts.
Here I was again at the crime scene. Inside the gallery, I could see lots
Oh
of
yeah,
activity.
plus we gotta do this thing.
Now they preparing for the reconstruction, no doubt.
And then Monsieur Vive la Révolution, or whatever, over here.
Hi.
Monsieur.
Got any almond croissants?
So nobody else was here at all?
No, monsieur. I think the police tape is putting my customers off.
I'll take a coffee.
I don't think so.
What?
The coffee you desire, monsieur, is not served here.
Well, how do you know what coffee I desire?
Because I look into your eyes, monsieur, into your very soul, and I see.
Ugh.
Is that right? So what exactly do you see?
I see a tall glass of milky macchiato, sprinkled with chocolat, with a long spoon, and a biscuit on the side.
Wow. That's exactly what I want.
That's what I want too.
And it is precisely what you will not get. In my cafe, monsieur, I serve only café noir in teeny cups.
Teeny cups.
You know what? Suddenly I'm not thirsty anymore.
I mean, that's a pretty good skill. To look into someone's eyes and know what coffee they want. You are like kind of the ultimate barista if it wasn't for your shitty attitude.
Nico and I had a good idea who the killer was. Now all we had to do was persuade Navet. Sir, I already tried starting it up. I think it's broken.
Nonsense, Moo. This machine has the power of 10 investigators.
But
Tomato
investigators never fail to start up, sir.
sauce.
Your pessimism is duly noted, Moo.
Stain is still there.
But have faith. This machine will analyze the scene, compute the data, and deduce everything for us. The location of the second shooter will be a mystery no more. One moment.
A marvel indeed, sir. Though at the moment it is kaput.
Your pessimism has obviously infected the circuitry, Moo. Let me think for a moment.
If I could just...
Shh! Eh bien, Moo, now try realigning the laser matrix.
This is gonna
Sir,
be...
I have no idea what that is.
Move over, Moo.
Move
Now,
over.
let me see. Oscillating reverberator? Check. Refraction spectrometer? Check. Now, what can I do? Ah, Monsieur Stobart, it's only you. Glad you could finally make it.
Inspector. I've got some good news and some bad
Away
news.
he goes.
Oh,
Bye,
yes?
kitty.
I shall be the judge of that.
I think I know who the killer is.
Really?
Yep, he's a gardener called Shears living in London.
Fascinating. And the good news?
We don't need to do your reconstruction.
You joke with me, Monsieur Stobart.
It's not a joke. This guy Shears was working for a Russian ex-mobster. It's all part of a highly complex fraud.
Gardeners, KGB, fraud. You are a fantasist, monsieur. And I have no time for fantasy. Reality is my suitcase, as you Americans say.
Suitcase?
Now, stand over there and keep out of trouble until the others arrive.
Well, who are we waiting for?
Mademoiselle Collard and Father Simeon, please. I am very busy. Ah, Moo, a clever choice. But no cigar for you. Try the red.
This is gonna be like one of those, Oh.
Mon Dieu!
One of those, like, bits in a Phoenix Wright game where, like, some character introduces some, you know, like, snazzy new mechanic, and it, like, makes an overlay on the screen, and then you have to do something, you know, recreate a crime scene, or, like, whatever, inspect a certain thing in a certain way using this gadget. Yeah. Yeah, because science, because he's all about, like, the scientific innovations. He's as we determined, he's one of those high intelligence, low wisdom types.
It was Sergeant Moo. He looked flustered. Probably because he was being shouted at. It was Inspector Nave. It was Hector Lane. I couldn't decide if he was amused or angry. Excuse me.
Please, monsieur. I'm a little busy.
It was Inspector. Oops. It was a strange-looking machine. Inspector Nave, may I ask you some questions?
You must wait, monsieur. I am extremely busy.
Sure, it can wait. It was pointless trying to get a closer look at the machine while Nave and Moo were tinkering with it.
It's gonna be one of those, like, mist-like machines where I have, like, no idea what it does or what it's supposed to do or what any of the parts do, but eventually, if I poke at it enough, I'll figure it out.
Lane,
Stobart.
What's the deal with that device over there?
It's a farce. They've been trying to get it working for hours.
Looks like something out of a 50s sci-fi movie.
It probably is.
Shepard. Rex.
What do you think of Nave?
The man is a buffoon. I have better things to do than wait for these idiots to get their forensic whatnot to work. The only silver lining is that Nave seems more annoyed than I am.
I still have yet to play any of the Mass Effect games. I have the trilogy. Friend lent it to me on PS3. I'll get around to it eventually, I'm sure.
I gather you're the man to ask about the provenance for the painting.
For La Malediccio? Well, you have been busy, haven't you, Stobart?
I'd like to see it.
So speak to Bijou. She took care of the business side of the gallery.
Figures.
The provenance is in the office safe. She has the key.
Lane was a pushover when you had him cornered. Though it looked like Bijou hadn't been completely honest with me after all. I needed to pay her another visit.
To nobody's surprise.
What do you think of Moo?
Who?
The policeman with Nave.
I assume he's another idiot.
Why's that?
I believe one can tell a man by the company he keeps.
I'll bear that in mind, Mr. Lane. Okay, thanks.
Yes, yes.
Sir, I think we are ready to fire her up. Yes, Moo. I was just about to say the same thing. Do it.
Do it. Do it.
Moo, what have you done? Pardon me, sir, but I believe it was you who said, "This is no time for blame. You have broken the machine." Mon Dieu.
He says, blaming someone. Wow, yeah, it does. Holy crap. Look at that view. That's amazing. I'll just be waltzing outside now, if you don't mind.
Stupid.
Yeah, of course.
Monsieur Stobart, you will not leave until this is over. Understood?
But I just need to...
This is a reconstruction. You will remain here until I have concluded my investigations. Do I make myself clear?
Okay, clear.
Of course.
I considered making a run for it, but forcing Moo to chase me would have been cruel. And it would have been silly to risk my investigation. Better to play along with Nave and get the reconstruction over as quickly as possible.
Alright, well...
Monsieur Stobart, please remain within the main gallery.
Use... Let's do that.
I was going to talk about that, but then I remembered I had a lot to do.
Dang. I can't wang him over the head with the whiskey bottle. Here, how about
I had to hurry up
Trevor.
and get out of there, not waste time discussing everything I ever picked up.
Trevor, help me.
I was going to talk...
Can I ask you something else?
If you must.
What does it do?
Your guess is as good as mine.
You want biscuits? Me too.
Is Nave a good detective, do you think?
He's as good a detective as I am a dancer.
You light on your feet, Lane?
Do I look like I am?
Hey, at least he admits it.
Is there anything else you're not telling me, Mr. Lane?
Get lost.
I'd love to, believe me.
Changed your opinion of Moo yet?
Who?
Moo.
Who?
Never mind. Okay, thanks.
Moo, who do you do?
Yes.
Hmm.
Inspector Nave. What seems to be the problem?
Monsieur Stobart, if Paris' finest cannot get this very expensive and very complex machine to work, then I doubt if an insurance salesman can.
I'm an insurance assessor, actually.
Oh, I see. Well, la-di-da to you, monsieur.
Oh, yeah? Well, la-di-da to you back.
Whatever. You are neither qualified nor clever enough to operate such an instrument.
Like us.
What was that, Moo?
I said, unlike us, sir.
Moo, the unsung hero of this game.
Have you been a detective long?
Long enough, monsieur?
You've solved a lot of crimes, I guess.
More than you have had hot dinners.
Well, I've had a lot of hot dinners, Inspector.
Oh, yes? How many?
What?
Precisely how many hot dinners have you had, monsieur?
How many
Don't know. Thousands?
crimes have you solved?
You prove my point for me, monsieur. Precision and accuracy are everything.
You truly are a unique and amazing man, Inspector Nave.
Well, I'm glad you are impressed.
I didn't say that. Unique and amazing.
I was sure I could get the machine to work.
Not necessarily compliments.
If I could just get Nave out of the way.
Oh, he followed you back in. Yeah. Oh, you have a glass of milk. That's going to be mine. Milk and cookies for cat. Oh. Okay. Well, good luck with that, buddy. He's thinking of jumping up someplace where there is no room for him. Oh, what happened to your spot? Oh, he's trying. Oh, there you go. There is room. Good. Ah, from here I can steal your milk. Oh, yes. That's a good kitty spot. Anyway.
Excuse me.
Cat shenanigans aside.
Not now.
Inspector Nave. Maybe if I just have a quick look? Perhaps you just can't see the wood for the trees.
How ridiculous. Everybody knows trees are made out of wood.
I mean, you might just not be able to see what is obvious.
What is obvious, Monsieur Stobart, is that I am not stupid.
Nor are you made of wood, Inspector.
Exactly. Now, please leave this to the experts.
So that means he's not a witch. Nor does he weigh the same as a duck.
You must be the top dog around here.
Yes, I am the top dog.
How about Top Banana? You the top banana too?
Kindly cease your babble and let me concentrate.
Just asking.
Monsieur Stobart, if you continue to hassle me, I will arrest you where you stand.
I decided to drop it for now.
I mean, good. I'd rather yes, please arrest me and march me out of the gallery so I can go somewhere else.
It was pointless trying to get a closer look at the machine while Nave and Moo were tinkering with it.
Just step aside. Shove over. Yeah, that is kind of one of his he's put a lot of points in the art of being a nuisance.
Can I ask you something else?
If you must.
Okay. Inspector Nave.
Can I just...
Go away!
Nuisance technician. Ah, yes. Highly trained. Professional. Don't try this at home, kids. Well, how the heck am I supposed to...
Monsieur Stobart, please, can you stop trying to leave?
I guess that told me.
Alright, well, it is about time for me to end anyway, so I guess we will tackle this issue next time. Where I try to figure out how to either get at that machine or leave. Or both. Probably both. Not sure in which order. Probably machine first, then leave, I'm guessing. Yeah, we'll try and figure that out next time. For now, I will sign off for the moment. Yeah, thank you for coming, everyone. We we had some great moments tonight. I'm so happy we got to see Lady Piermont again, because she was definitely one of, if not the best character in the first game. Was not expecting her to pop up again. Blacktails, you were not wrong in your excitement. Oh, what's he doing? Is he like going for your lap? What are you doing? Cat is like attempting dangerous stunts. Anyway, yeah, thank you for coming. Good stuff today, and presumably more good stuff next week, assuming I can figure out how to get out of this gallery. So let's see, who can I raid tonight? More Assassin's Creed Unity. Capcom arcade games. Interesting. Blood. Ah, classic FPS action. That could be fun, maybe. What else? Anything else? Ooh. I haven't rated Oatmeal Man in a while. He looks like he's playing Final Fantasy XII. Yeah, sure, let's go over there. Oatmeal Man. Alright, that should be fun. So yes, once again, thank you for watching, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow. We're back with playing Cook Serve Delicious 2 on Tuesdays. So we'll be doing that for a little while. And then, of course, Reciteer on Wednesdays, as usual. And, yeah, that's about it. Thank you, everyone. Have a good one. Good night.